Hey, welcome back, everyone. So, in our previous episode, our adventurers settled into a bar for the night, and where they started getting their drink on. And the one and only Daigle did one of his famous speeches and managed to convince some of the people in town to burn it down tomorrow morning. And while this whole thing was transpiring, Wilton snuck off and headed back to the abandoned mayor's home to meet back with his skeleton friends, but not before breaking into the shop in town to get a few items to help aid him. When Wilton arrived, he found the skeletons to be gone, but that didn't slow this slop top down. Wilton then breaks into the safe and gets a few items, but the most rememberable one was the pure silver bar he collected. And so Wilton took off back to the group. Obviously, his bag was way too heavy with the items that he's got, so he let Daigle and Edgar know what he's been up to and told him about the silver bar. And then Edgar and Wilton entrusted Daigle to transport the bar so we can get it to Miser's Peak and split it 4 ways between the group. And as you know, Wilton and Edgar needed new weapons from damaging him earlier on. So Wilton ended up sneaking a sword and two new axes off the cart for himself and Edgar. And then the next morning, that guy that Daigle inspired to burn the whole town down was then asking Daigle for his help, his aid. And he informed us that he burned his own farm down, and Daigle is probably sobering up at this point and comes to his senses and decides not to aid this man in the burning of the town. But that wouldn't stop this fella. He set a couple buildings on fire, and then Wilton chased off after him to stop him. He manages to catch the guy and tries to choke him out, but with no luck, he just says fuck it and starts to walk away. But then the man burns Wilton on the leg, and then Wilton cuts his head off and punts it into the distance. And then we're off. The adventurers, they ended up setting out to Miser's Mercenary College, and as they arrive, Daigle, with his sharp tongue as usual, he has to get himself in trouble. And a couple guys took him to teach him a lesson, and Daigle managed to escape the ass beating, but not before giving up the silver bar he was entrusted to safeguard. And that will bring us into the second part of this episode.
Just get up and stretch and
Yeah,
look at everybody like...
I awake bright. I'm like, oh shit! Oh wow! Oh, I'm excited. What do you think we're doing today, you guys? Holy fuck! I haven't gotten to sleep like that in a long time.
I don't think I've ever slept like that.
I mean, I smell kind of shit, but at least I don't smell like piss. Daigle.
Daigle, you're fully healed.
I flipped the mattress around. I don't smell like piss. You pissed yourself in bed. That's what happened.
I walked past.
Yeah,
I walked
yeah,
past
you
their
do.
You guys, I walked past their conversation butt ass naked because my clothes have horse shit all over them still. So I just walked by Dick and dangling while they're having a conversation. Does anybody know where my pants are?
Ah, Jesus! Edgar, God!
Time for practice.
What's the matter, John? Didn't know it was a full moon.
No, I've never seen a dick so small. Jesus.
Hey, it means I'm smart.
Yo, looking around the room, though, you do find that there are a few wardrobes in here, and then there's a bunch of chests.
That's the only reason I said this, because these beds, you said they were nice. I was like, oh, dude, these clothes are gonna ruin that bed. I was gonna ask if we can get rid of our old clothes. I mean, didn't some of us rip our clothes along the way? Like,
shit.
Will burned his old clothes too.
Yeah,
Will burned some of them. Made torch out of them.
Yeah,
I've had pretty decent clothes. I mean, I had my butcher's apron, but I was generally came from wealth, so I think my clothes have at least stayed somewhat decent.
After all that shit you guys have been through, maybe not, but
good to know. Yeah, so my clothes is shit.
Yeah, they need to be cleaned. You guys have just spent several weeks just on the. I guess you guys have been near the river, but that whole river, if you tried to wash clothes in, it would stain them red because of the heavy clay in the water.
Yeah.
And maybe all the burned bodies. No.
Can I get a fresh pair of clothes?
Yes.
So,
is there any description of them, or are they just like?
I changed.
Yeah, you find
Fresh.
you find yourself
fresh
a
clothes.
you guys find
Summer's dress.
you guys find an assortment of pantaloons and cloth tunics. They're not particularly fresh. They're a little musty with age, but they're clean. They're actually clean.
So is this like prison clothes where they don't fit just right? They're just there.
If you shop around in the room for a while, I'm sure you can find a fit.
Is there different shoes? Do
Huh?
we get different shoes? Like maybe boots or something, or are we just still stuck with the same shoes we had?
Yeah, there aren't any shoes up in this area though.
Okay, so just the same shoes I
So,
had. I'm
I
just
guess-
I'm trying to ditch all of my
Yeah.
stable boy shit. Okay.
I go searching the room and try to find the best pair of stuff that fits me as best as I can, and just
Okay.
pull it on. Just throwing my old clothes just fucking anywhere. Is I look for a place to throw it, and if there's not, I throw it into
Highs
a
or lows?
fireplace. Highs or lows? Let's go. High.
All right.
Oh,
we both
Jesus.
rolled high. Great. So you managed to find a pair of very suitable dress robes, hanging in one of the wardrobes, and yeah, it reminds you of your days back living with the branch of the Gilmore family where in Gantura. Yeah, so you see your man all done up with frilly lace. He looks fancy as fuck.
All right, can I stuff my dirty old clothes in? Wait, is that their pillowcases?
Yeah, there's pillowcases on the
Okay, I
pillows.
want to stuff my dirty clothes in Daigle's pillowcase. And then I
Oh
like
my
chuckle to myself as a joke. Like,
All right.
Go over to Daigle's bed and I piss in it.
Oh my god.
Let the hazing. Let the hazing
I'm
begin.
just kidding. No, I use my coin.
That's your token? Okay.
I was being serious about my thing because I'm just hazing him for that long ass fucking that we spent all that time on his character doing all that fuckery.
So yeah, you stuff your dirty clothes into his pillowcase. They
Nice.
say,
Did I do it without being seen?
Some ill threads.
yeah. Try a stealth check with your dexterity modifier.
Damn. Minus
Yeah.
2.
So yeah,
Daigle seen me?
it's super obvious what you're doing.
Daigle's laying in
Everyone
bed
What are you
still.
doing?
Head on the
Edgar,
pillow.
what the fuck are you doing there? Are you
thought you
stuffing
missed
your
the smell of
pillowcase?
horse.
Because guess what? Guess what? That's your new pillow, because I'm taking yours. I grab his pillow. Well, actually, I don't grab his pillow. I say, "You like that spot? Doesn't feel too good when you turn it over. That's your new spot now."
You're not gonna punk me, old man. Now it's meal time. I'm fine. I'm
I searched for
hungry.
some clothes.
Apparently, I.
Yeah, there's chests at the end of each bed. Okay.
George, what are you doing? What are you doing? You have a chest right here. It's Edgar's pillowcase. Go ahead and just stuff your dirty clothes in there, because that's what we're doing tonight.
I just throw my shit in there. Who gives a shit?
Edgar's a son of a bitch. Don't tempt me. Don't you turn against me.
Like it's ultimate betrayal.
You shut your mouth. You're the one who fucked up.
I'm
Edgar
fucking
did
doing
right.
the best I can.
All right.
Oh, I'm fucking. Be nice
All
to your
right,
Scottish
guys.
friend. I'm just kidding. All right, guys, what do you do?
It's about
I
time
start
we go
heading
down
down towards
to
breakfast.
Chow Hall.
Or not breakfast, but dinner or whatever time of day it is.
It's evening, so it's dinner, right?
Dinner
Yep.
time.
Yeah,
You
till
did.
the evening time.
You arrived at
So-
Miser's Peak in the morning and rested through the midday. It is evening
Okay.
now.
Sounds
Let's go
good.
get
Yeah,
some
time.
grog and some mead, boys.
You know what? I think I will partake in some grog. Or actually, I'm gonna try some more of that rum. I think it'll grow on me. I've never felt like I've had an occasion to drink before this. This is great.
Guys, I don't think something tells me we're not gonna be getting the special treatment with food and drinks in here. I don't really know.
I don't want it. I don't want
What
any
we're walking
special treatment.
into.
Fuck all that. I truly feel like I've been accepted here. There's no classes. Everybody's all fucking equal. It's all just a
So you fucking
meritocracy.
think.
Ah,
You're insane.
guys, we're like new
Belfort.
recruits here.
John Belfort,
think
you're
we're equal.
fucking insane. You
The
think he's
name's
equal
John
ground
Gilmore,
here?
you stupid fuck.
You guys
Whatever.
have this
And
conversation.
that name doesn't mean anything to me anymore.
Does it?
I
Does
lost
it,
it
Mr.
all.
Fancy Man?
And I rejected
yeah.
it long before I lost it.
Would you like me to take off my shirt so you could use a napkin, you son of a bitch?
Your shirt on. you
This
fucking-
place is different. This place will
This
fucking
place is
rob you of
wonderful.
everything you have, and it'll retrain you, and it'll
I already
fucking
lost everything
redesign
I
you.
had.
You're nothing. No one's
Guys.
Everyone's here is nothing.
Exactly, it's perfect.
Everyone
Guys,
keep your eyes sharp and your wits sharper.
guys,
They'll kill you here. They'll
I have
kill you
something
here.
important. I have something important to say. Okay, this is the softest fabric I've ever worn. I'm all like rubbing it.
Obviously, you
Edgar.
didn't spend much time in halls.
Edgar,
Yeah.
be wise. Be wise, man. Be wise.
This
Can't
is
imagine.
even the. This is probably mid grade. You
Keep
really
your
haven't
wits
tasted
about
luxury
ya.
at all, have you?
You know what, John? For someone who's trying to escape their past, you sure you keep throwing luxurious things in my face.
Just because I'm trying to escape it doesn't mean I haven't lived it.
I
You
take my
uncultured
glass
swine.
and
There
I
you
take
go.
my spoon and I ding it so I can have the floor.
I don't think we made it
Listen,
to the
lads.
hall yet, have we?
No,
No.
We're in
I
the.
think we're still
I
there.
assume we're in the hall.
We're probably
We're on the hall.
walking to, or
Yeah, you
going
guys
there.
are you guys are heading down 8 flights of stairs. I was waiting for you guys
Okay.
to kind of reach a conclusion to your conversation.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry. That's why I was trying to just.
That's how I imagine it was. We were walking to fucking dinner.
Yeah,
and
we're walking. We're walking.
I thought
walking
we were
down
in the
these
hall.
stairs talking.
Like in the hall. Yeah, we're walking down the stairs.
We're in the hall to the hall.
Sure.
I
Yeah,
say,
so-
can I just say, lads, keep your fucking wits about you, because you don't fail training here. You just die.
You're the only
better
one
be
fucking with
fucking
people.
You'll see that. You'll
Just
see.
do what you're told.
You'll see how fucking serious this
Yo.
place is.
Fucking cunt.
Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you, Mr. Belfort?
Daigle, if you were
It's
keeping
not
your whiskey,
Belfort. I'm not a
if you're
goddamn
keeping-
priest.
if you were
Sure you
keeping
are.
your wits about you, you wouldn't have that giant forehead you got now.
That's a well. I caught that back in Grogsby. You're just too stupid to realize. This
All
place
right,
is
I've
fucking
said my
scary.
piece. This is a long walk down.
So you guys arrive at the base of the final stairwell, and you see that there are still lookouts atop the castle walls, even as the sun is going down. There are torches lit up there, and or braziers rather, like large, kind of like cauldrons of fire atop the walls. And the doors to the main hall are wide open right now, and you can see there are two men standing guard on either side. One of them is holding the trumpet, and both of them are armed and armored. And yeah, you guys, they say, it says you look like the new recruits. The mess hall's just this way, and they just they kind of like nod towards the door on the fucking the right. Inside of the chamber.
Real quick, Dungeon
Yes.
Dungeon Daddy, am I still equipped?
Yeah.
Because I did take a couple weapons from the caravan. Am I still equipped, or are they gonna be like, hey, leave your shit aside?
You have your weapons on you. That's fine.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
Yeah, nobody says anything to you as you approach, and I imagine you have your weapons like strapped to you in a way that they might be seen, right?
Yeah, physically you can see them. A short
Yeah,
sword and a dagger.
they do not mention anything to you about them. As you guys are
Okay.
walking in, you see Edgar just like he looks at the strap that he has that he's carried with him on the road for now about 3 weeks since your hometown was burnt to the ground, and he finally just drops it on the ground, and Wilton picks it right up, shoves it in his pocket, and then Wilton picks up his memorabilia of Edgar's past. For what purpose? We don't know yet. Okay. So you guys enter the mess hall. There are long rows of wooden tables and benches that are topped with coarse salt, and you can see that the floors are covered in sawdust. There are several kegs of ale that are tapped at the farthest table next to a spread of food, mostly meat and potatoes. You can see that there are many unoccupied tables. There is obviously like the most well armed. It seems that everybody's being kept at high alert right now because everybody who's here, even at the most casual part of the day, having their dining, are still armed and armored here. So on the far left side of the chamber, you see that there are just like 7 fully filled tables that or they have each about you see that there is 11 men at each table, and at the heads of the table you can see that there is like that you can see Cartwright, Hobart, Patricia, Nisby, and a few others you haven't met yet that are at the ends of these tables. They're tucking into their food, and you can see that there's some people that are like kind of clumped together, like probably new recruits that are just throughout the room. You can see that they, some of them are pretty grisly looking. There's some are playing cards and rolling dice, and some are recounting some of their stories and they're drinking. Others eye you guys warily as you enter the room, as a prisoner might do to a new inmate, sizing you up, getting the measure of you.
I walk in, I just look them all in the eye and try to act tough. Just try to keep my face stoic.
Can I look around and see if Aaliyah is there too?
Yeah, you can see that Aaliyah is sitting next to her sister at the end of Patricia's squad table.
I just like do like a kind of like a crooked smile and like wave and hoping that I get an invitation over there.
So you do a crooked smile, wave. Aaliyah notices you, and she just kind of like she gives you a little smile, and then she goes back to talking with her sister at the table.
I turn to Daigle, John, and Wilton. I'm just like, see, we're at the bottom of the barrel here, guys.
We have to earn our place here. They've
Yeah, and
already
I wanna-
lost 20 recruits. We got to do something.
Yeah, and I need to look at what took those recruits. And I just start like looking in like Aaliyah and them's direction, since she's gonna be the one.
I'm sure you'll get your chance.
For those
Yes.
Get
intentional
me some
grunts,
food.
Okay, Wilton goes up to the table, and yeah, there's a bunch of stewed meat. Seems to be like a lot of pork and potatoes and carrots that are out.
Grab it all. Well, not all the food, but some of everything.
I grab a trencher's worth of bread and stew.
Excellent. All right, yeah. There's gravy, there's pork, and there's
Hell
fucking. There's loaves of some like really poor quality bread, but anything soaks up a little gravy. You guys grab your meals and whatnot, or is everybody just getting meals sitting down at a table? Are you guys taking your own
Yeah.
table? What are you choosing?
I was gonna sit with the rest of them, but before I sat down, I was gonna go past Hobart up and ask him for some rum. Be like, hey, I realize that I'm a recruit now, but I'm really getting a taste for that rum. Can I can I get some?
He says, sorry, kid. Drinks here for Delta Squad. He says there's plenty drinks up on the plenty of drinks up on the mess table.
Understandable. I'll make it. I'll get here. I'll see you soon.
Yes, tomorrow.
Well, shit, just go that quick. Yeah.
He says we spare no time here. There's much work to be done.
Good.
And then you hear Hobart as you're walking away, and he says, as I was saying, he's running around. This guy's running around shirtless, He's setting the whole town on fire, right? There's houses going up in flames, and one of these new guys just runs up, chops his fucking head off. Never seen anything like it in my life.
Can I join the table? Can I join the table?
I turn back around hearing this and be like, don't forget that fucker burned him first. And then I walk away.
I want to grab Daigle's arm real quick, so I can just like remind him. It's like, Daigle, there's a pecking order around here. If we're not at the top of it, I don't.
Can I walk up to?
I turn to Edgar. I turn to Edgar and I say, "You're fucking mad. Yeah, of course there's a fucking class system here, but I'm gonna break it. Cause you know what? Fuck it. They think they're better than you, huh? They think they're better than me? Yeah, of course. What separates us from them? Couple.
Where?
Yeah, you
farmers
probably
dude
hear the tail
Drop
end
the-
of this conversation.
carved a couple heads. Fucking killed them, yeah.
I walk past Dagon and be like, talking from
How
someone
you-
who's been on top their entire life. You fucking sin eater.
I'll tell you this.
Fucking know
I'll
who
tell
you
this.
are. My family hired you
Julia.
over and over again.
Yeah.
To get rid
And
of their
guess what?
fucking sins, they should have known
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, they should have. But guess what? No one goes to heaven without me. I'm the fucking gatekeeper here.
Yeah, you believe in that.
They don't go nowhere without me. You're welcome. Because of
I'm gonna
him.
go up to.
Because they lived
Probably the
a
first
life.
sin eater that believes their own bullshit.
Yeah. Because of them. Because of me. Your family wouldn't go nowhere in life. They'd be doomed. They'd be damned. And all your murders and
If they were
molesters
without
and
you, they
rapists
probably
and all
would have
kinds
fucking
of
wound
things
up in a sour place
that
anyway.
bleed
They didn't
through
do any good
a
for the common
privileged
man.
family there.
I
Yeah,
saw for them
they're-
for what they were.
Yeah, they're scumbags. And you and I are not the same. We're not cut from the same cloth. Not
You
leave
hear
it at
a-
that, John.
You're interrupted by the tapping of glass in the back of the chamber, and you turn to see Nisby standing up with his tankard he's been hitting with his spoon. He says, now I know all of you have been through a lot in the past couple of days. We've lost 19 of our comrades, and many more lay in the infirmary now, under the care of Aaliyah's disciples. He says, there is much trouble still to come, but this does not mean we stop taking contracts. He says, Mises Mercenary College stands for something. We protect those who have money. He says, and we will continue to do so. We will bring in wealth, and hopefully a good portion of our contracts remain honorable. He says, we shall do our best to bring honor to ourselves and not refuse what we can't afford to. He says, now, I know we have lost many, but as you can see, these very loud ones towards the front of the mess hall, he says, these are our new recruits. He says, we found them on the road. He says, there is Daigle Scott Hatch, Wilton Bonecrag,
Hold my beer up.
John, he asked me not to use his last name.
Just John.
Just
Raise
John.
my glass.
He says, and you hear a few people laughing, and he says, what are you laughing at? He says, most of you only have one name. He says, there's hardly a dozen in this room that have more than one name.
I just smirked to myself, finally feeling like an equal.
Yeah. And he says, and last but not least, Edgar Nullum, who I might say won quite a fine battle royale at our first night by the springs.
I raised my drink to Edgar.
I
Yes,
just
he did.
I just give everybody like a dead stare, not like a intimidating stare, but just like
He's
a
a
dead.
fucking
Like,
viper. He's a deadly son of a bitch.
What do you say?
I yell, he's a viper. He's a deadly son of a bitch. That's good.
Okay. You hear a few cheers amongst the recruits to that. They're like, aye, and they seem stoked about it.
I wave more, like up, like cheering more.
Let's Here, hold on a second. Highs or lows?
Oh, hi.
Okay, yeah, the cheers just kind of trail off, but people still look upon you favorably. S- so
That's a big no.
yeah, so you hear Nisby say he says they will be staying here. They will share of the meat and the drink of our table. They will roost in the tower of the recruits. He says, and please just don't rough them up too badly. We need every man we can right now. And you hear a few people in the crowd just go like, okay.
Can I hold? I'm still holding my beer up. Can I go up? Nisby, I like to say a word. May I take center stage?
All right, Nisby says, he says, you go ahead, but just know, I can't protect you from everything here. I have a very busy job. He says, now go ahead.
I tell you what. We're the 4 new recruits. We come from a flaming fiery background. I'll tell you that. Every path we walk, fire burns behind us.
You hear someone shout, fire!
Fire! That's the guy! Raise your glass, lad! And what we're here for, we're here for vengeance. We're here for love. We're here for financial reasons. Everyone is here for an
You hear a lot of people say, I.
But we're
When you
all
say
here
financial-
together! We're all here to make a difference! Whether it's our wallets or by honor or any fucking occasion. But we're all here together. That's what makes us strong. And me and my brethren, John, Edgar, Bonecrag, we're here. We are the Guild of the Sloppy Sisters. We found refuge here. And we are going to make the most of it.
You hear somebody shout, I like me a sloppy sister, and then a bunch of the folks begin laughing.
Me too! And that's why we're here! Because we love sloppy sisters! They're the sloppiest and the sluttiest! But we're all here for one reason, some reason or another, and unite us all. And together we are a unit, whether we fight, small and wide, we spread out, we make coin, we come back here, but we're family here. This is family. And we love that you adopted us in. We're the new recruits, but we're here to stay. So cheers! Cheers, everyone!
Aye.
You hear a variety of reactions to your statement. You hear some people booing. You hear other people go like, yeah, we're family, and you hear somebody just yell from the back. He's like, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? And
He's Daigle, and he does this quite a bit. Trust me.
and Nisby, he leans down to you and he says, keep at it. You might have a talent for this. He says, but tread lightly. He says, not everybody appreciates such a talent.
Nisby, you're a good man. I hope to learn from you someday.
He says, of course. He says, many good men hope to, but my class is small. My drinks are tall, and I'm gonna have a fucking ball tonight, and then back to war tomorrow. So, enjoy your time in the mess hall, and we'll get you sorted for training in the morning.
I'll be there. I'll be there, sir.
All right. So yeah, you guys have time here in the mess hall.
I like the.
I drink merrily. Make sure not to overserve myself, but I drink merrily with the rest of them.
All right.
I want to go up to Aaliyah and try to get
You're
her
just
attention.
pestering her, dude.
I'm trying to get to the pig man.
Okay, yeah. So you come up to Aaliyah, and she says to you, she says, "It's not proper decorum to approach the squad tables during mealtime." She says, "If you'd like a word with me, you can see me after."
See, I'm not rapey.
I'm not going back down that path, all right? I just
Anytime you approach a woman, you should always start with, I'm not rapey.
I'm not gonna do what it looks like I'm gonna do.
I'm
Dude.
not gonna do what everybody thinks I'm going to do. Anyways, no,
out.
I just say, I'm just like,
Toss me that.
understood, thank you, and then I just like walk away.
Okay.
I'm shooting down this. I ain't ever getting this big body.
I never get this fucking corn.
I look
go
to the rest of us at the table once everybody sat down. I'd be like, "Okay, everybody. I think this is the best chance we have for actually making something of ourselves. So please don't fuck it up. I mean, Daigle's already doing. I mean, I guess he kind of redeemed himself, but just do what you're told, and I feel like we can become something great here."
It's the only. Well, this is.
Y'all agree? Great. Good fucking talk, everyone. Cool. We're all in agreement. Let's go.
This is the only way we're.
You say something, John?
Fuck off, Wilton.
Wilton's got potatoes in his ears. He's just fucking shoving his whole head into his plate.
No, did you really not hear me, or are you just being a dick?
I was just being a dick.
Okay.
In game though, he's being a dick to you. So.
Okay. Well, in game, did you hear me, or are you being a dick?
I was being a dick.
Okay, well, all
said-
good. Yeah.
I second John and I say, "No, drink like you fucking forgot about the speech here." Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So, you guys just okay? So, yeah, the meal winds down. The squads, the people of the main squads, they seem to be the first to leave, while many of the recruits still linger around afterwards, though. But many of them seem to leave as well. Yeah, I don't know what you guys' plans are. So
I just meander upstairs, excited to start training tomorrow and try to get some rest.
all right, going up the stairs, skipping steps, excited. There's something something monumental's happening in your life right now.
Yes.
Can I explore the outside of the castle? Like, are we allowed to just walk around?
Sure.
I'm just gonna wait outside of the mess hall until Leah's done. Like a
Okay. Yeah. So
like
they begin leaving, and or as the squads begin leaving, and you follow Patricia, and so Patricia's squad heads out with Aaliyah hanging out with her. And when you walk outside, you find that Aaliyah's waiting for you outside of the door, and she says, "What did you want to see me about?"
I was wondering when you were going. Well, first of all, how's Mudspot doing? The horse.
Oh, she says he's doing fine. He's doing quite well.
That's good. It's good stuff. When can we go and see the pig man? That's what I-
So she says well, I have many to tend to in the infirmary tonight. He says, so likely I will not be going to examine the corpse they say they found this evening.
All right. Say, well, please, if there's any way that you can get in there soon, or just, I don't know. Whenever is a good time, I guess.
She says, you look distraught. What is this? Why are you so interested in this?
They're the ones who burned down our village, killed everybody. Before all this happened, my aunt, she was in one of her spells, and she predicted it before it happened. I don't know if it was the Malfora, or maybe there was something, or maybe just a lucky guess.
She
But-
says, well, very well. I see you have business with this. It is a delicate procedure, what I do. She says, I will allow you to examine the corpse tomorrow evening. Or she says, I'll let you examine the corpse tonight if it'll help you sleep.
Maybe the only way I can sleep.
So she leads you down to the dungeon with her. And she says I'm going to give you 20 minutes. And she says I'd like you to refrain from touching it as much as possible.
I I grab her by her hand in a non-creepy way, and I'm just like, "Thank you."
Thank you. Yeah, she smiles and she takes her hand back and she
Right.
walks you down to the dungeon.
So, can I examine the body for any like abnormal things? But yeah, so I pull back the mask and like this like exhale of like both like out of like I'm relieved that I finally get to see it, whatever, but also kind of like cautious, like
You're led down to the dungeon where Aaliyah stands outside the door, and you can actually, like, as you step into the room and Aaliyah like gestures for you to go into the dungeon, you see that there's like a shadowy figure just up the stairway behind you guys, and Patricia's been following you down.
okay.
She stands back though. You can just see her standing in the shadows. And you walk into the dungeon area. You can see that there are torture equipments down here. There's there's implements. There's a rack. There's an Iron Maiden, and
Oh, shit,
there are
nice.
various tools down here. And you can see that there are chains up against the walls. It
Not
doesn't look like it's
music.
been used in some time, as there are no bodies down here or bones or anything.
Quick clarification: the Iron Maiden is the spiked mummy sarcophagus, pretty much, right?
Yes.
Okay, got
Yeah,
it. Cool.
Not
I
the
love that band. Spiked mummy sarcophagus. They're sick.
Yeah.
No.
The Iron Maiden, not to be confused with the Alice in Chains.
Yes, exactly. You got it right.
So let's.
How'd you guys know what I named my chain?
So you guys find laying upon a large table in the center where there are some tools spread out on the side. There is a canvas spread over a large form.
I sorry, I'm trying to think.
The stink of death permeates through this room. This dark chamber, lit only by torchlight.
I run my finger from his like chest, like, and I slowly slide it up to the pig mask, and I'm just like talking to it. I wonder if you witnessed what happened to Anu, or if you're just another, or are you just one of many? I don't know. Who and what are you? I just like I pull on the pig head.
Okay. Yes, you pull up the canvas and you pull off
Yeah,
the,
yeah, I
the
forgot
pig
about
mask.
the canvas.
And you see underneath it, you see a sort of block-headed human form. You can see that the eyes are just empty pits. You can see that the nose has been cut off from the face, exposing these just wide open nostril holes. You can see that there are a bunch of scars, and as you look to the neck and the chest, it looks like this entire body has been cut open and resealed. He's just covered in these scars, that like one massive scar running down his chest all the way down to the belly button, going down to his hip bones on either side, going up across to his shoulders at the top. And a big form too. Some of the veins are dark and like a blackish blue. You can see that there are yeah, he's very, very muscular, and there are holes, tons of holes where he's been poked with spear and arrow. There are half arrows on his body as well that have been broken.
Is there any way that I can identify like maybe like a massive blow on him that what killed him exactly, or is that
Yeah,
too
it
complex
looks
for my
it looks
understanding?
like it looks like there is a stab through his temple. It looks like something stabbed in through his temple is likely what killed him.
Can I stick my hand through his eye sockets to feel if there's a brain?
What?
I just want to see if he has a brain. If it's a zombie situation, you gotta like pierce his brain or something. Or maybe I guess I could do it through the temple, huh?
Do a either way, man. Go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw. Okay.
My wisdom's -1.
Yeah, so you feel incredibly nauseous as you do this, but you do feel like sticky, wet material inside of his head. I mean, I don't know how you'd know that it wasn't, just flesh, that it was a brain or something, but yeah, you feel sticky,
Yeah.
wet material inside of his head.
Can I like gaze into the into the wound of the temple? I just want to see what I see. I don't know if there's anything. It's
Yeah,
gonna
you
stick
see
out.
you see black blood, you know? Dark blood.
All right, I just like I stare at his face for like an awkward amount of time, and then I walk out, and then like I'm just staring straight, like I don't know, like I don't know what to make of anything, and then I just look at Aaliyah, and I'm just like, strange. I thought it would make me feel better, and then I just walk away.
You walk up through the hallway, and when you go up, you notice that like Patricia's nowhere to be seen. Aaliyah says, "Get as much rest as you can. We begin work tomorrow."
I just nod my head in like in an understanding manner and walk away.
Okay. Alrighty, and then Wilton Bonecrag out on the grounds. Yeah, that you see um yeah, you just see there's some recruits standing around. There's guards standing near the open door. Now that everybody has left the mess hall, they're kind of like shutting the main chambers, and you can hear people like arresting an iron bar on the inside of it, like locking it. Um, and you see that there are men trading shifts with those standing on the tower walls, and you see some people heading back to the squad tower, some people heading back to the recruit tower.
I go up to the guards, and I just walk over. If you guys need an extra set of eyes tonight, I can help out if you like.
He says, "Yeah." So the man says, "I think we've got it here." He says, "Yup, you know, this is my duty."
It's like if you need any skin solder eyes, I've done it I've done it twice.
Successfully once, I might add. No,
Put that on your resume.
fucking doctor. All right,
He
well,
says,
I just walk away.
he says, and the other one says, "Wait, you one of those new recruits, huh, from out of town?"
Yes. The ones
That
who,
is correct.
He says, I really mean this. Best of luck."
I love that.
Thanks, man. I just walk away.
And then as you're walking away, you hear one of them said, he says, "Can't believe that guy cut someone's fucking head off. That's crazy."
I just grin and keep walking.
All right, so you guys make it back up to the tower? Yep. So you see John laid out on the bed. He's so happy. He's snuggling his scalp and he's snuggling his fox skin. They're both hard.
Yes, we both are. No.
Edgar comes back in looking like he's seen a ghost, and Wilton arrives with a little bit of swagger. Daigle's probably feeling that as well after making his speech and getting a compliment from Nisby.
Look direct, son.
Perhaps.
You say direct or erect?
Erect.
Correct, son. All right, what are you guys doing? You guys went to bed? Everybody sleeping?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ready
All
for
right.
training in the morning.
Sleepy hollows.
You sleep. You sleep like stones, recalling none of your dreams as you wake up the next morning. There is much you've set behind you, and still much more ahead of you. In the morning, a man shows up to your guys' chamber, and he comes, and you see that he's dressed in a bit of a nicer like gown. He's got a green tunic on, and he comes and he says he's an older man, and he's wearing glasses, and he says, "Well, it's time to rise, gentlemen."
A stretch. I'm ready. Let's get to it.
I get up rubbing my neck as if there's a kink in it because I slept with no pillow because Daigle took mine after I shoved my shitty pants in his.
He says, right now, he says, just now, it is 5 a.m. All right, gentlemen? He says, now, he says, you've already accepted, or pledged, rather, to become mercenaries of Mises Mercenary College. He says, but now it is time to sign your paperwork. He says, I am War Clerk Huntoon, and I will lead you down to the armory, where we will have you filed and processed.
Oh, take a war cartoon. You're the best war cartoon I've ever met. We haven't had quite enough rest here. We're still tired and a bit groggy.
I barge in with
Um,
his expansive fucking
outside.
exposition. I'm just like,
Outside.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's do this.
Okay, John gets up
I'm
and
all
goes.
in.
He says, all who are ready, please accompany me to the armory.
I'm there.
I follow.
I slide my shoes on and I follow too. Can I mumble to them as we're walking? I just want to explain to them my findings about the boar man.
You what? Oh,
I
explain
just,
about the boar man?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so he explains the grisly mass corpse that he'd seen, the missing nose, the empty eye sockets, the the pig mask, and the huge running scars and black veins of the corpse he saw the night before.
And then there was a wound to the temple. I don't know if their head is their weakness or what, but if it is, I think I don't know. We might
Well, when you say their head, do you mean the pig head or the head underneath?
the head underneath.
Edgar,
Hilarious.
Edgar, I'm sorry it took you a pillow. You haven't had much good rest. I apologize for that. I think you need another nap.
What is underneath there, anyways? Like,
What?
Oh, under the pig head.
yeah.
Oh,
I look at you in in like in an irritable like whatever because I didn't sleep well. His eyes were gone, and there was a very meaty feeling inside of his head.
Are you trying to tell me that there's no head underneath? It's just meat?
It's a
It's just-
head. It was. They weren't whatever they were. They seemed to have been drained of whatever made them human beings.
They bonded with the mask, right?
They wore the mask, I think, to cover their disfigured faces. I don't
This
know
is
what kind of
heavy.
psychological bullshit they were doing with that mask. The point is, they smashed in the head of our friend.
Who was
And
he
the-
again?
His name was
Oh.
Anu. You would have known
Oh.
nothing about him, but well, I
Yeah.
guess a lot of us didn't know about his past.
We
but
all
the point
we
is,
all went.
the beautiful
we all went
thing
through a
about
lot that day.
the beautiful thing about the sloppy sister was we didn't need to know about each other's past. All we had to care about was the present and hopeful glimpse into the future.
Edgar,
And that's what
what the
a
fuck
new
are you
brought.
talking about?
Dago,
fuck
God
are you talking
damn
about?
it!
You're talking about some crazy ass. You had some weird ass dream, and now you're saying that this happened right now, while we're all sleeping, and you're out there in the hallway, and you seen some man in a pig face.
Well, I'm sorry
Fuck
that
are
I
you
have.
talking about?
Well, I'm
Dago,
sorry that
we
I've
all-
made
We all
friends
heard that
with.
the pig-headed man was here. They have a dead one in the basement. We all heard this.
What the
Yeah,
fuck are you
Dago,
talking?
and-
There's a. Bring me to him. Let me see, sir. You're not fucking
I don't-
Dago,
fabling.
we can't
I don't
just
think
go.
We have, yeah.
We can't just go there, okay? Some of us spend our times making friends with people that don't hit us in between our eyes, all right?
Listen, you son of a bitch. Don't you talk about this.
All right,
So-
I told you what I saw, okay?
Are you
Believe
starting
it
out
or
fucking
not.
failing? You need some good rest. It doesn't make any sense. If there's a pig man downstairs, you take me to him, and I'll believe you 100%. But I won't see it. I won't believe it till I fucking see it, man.
Well, I'd love to, but I don't want I don't want a giant lump in the middle of my forehead. And then
I
I
shove
flick you in
Edgar.
your forehead because I know it hurts you.
No, and I shove
Let's
Edgar
just get to our
forcefully.
lessons,
I
okay?
shove
Jeez.
Edgar forcefully.
Okay.
You're going down a road you don't want to go, Daigle.
I jump
Oh,
between
you
them
already
and push
fucking.
them. I jump between them, push them apart. So let's just get to our lessons.
You already went down the road,
this,
did ya,
stop. Oh my
horse
God.
boy? You fucking stable man. You should stick what you do best. Fucking tend to a horse crap.
Yeah, why don't you eat another rich person's cock?
All right. So at this point, War Clerk Huntoon steps in between you guys, and he says, "Now listen, I get it." He says, "Nobody comes here on the best day of their life to Mises Peak. Not a single man has ever shown up here the day of their child's birth, at least as far as I know. And I know it's very difficult what's going on now. These are big choices you're making. But understand that I don't give a shit about any of this. I'm here to get your signatures on a piece of paper and put you in the rank and file." He says, "So please join me in this room, and any of you who cannot read, I'll read for you. Okay?"
Noted.
I mean, it's safe to say. I look around. I'm like, I think it's safe to say we all know how to read. But you know, for Daigle's sake here, can you just read it out loud?
So yeah, he leads you into the armory, and what you see is a little surprising. Rather than standing suits of armor and swords on wall hangers, as you may have imagined, you see row upon row of tall standing lock boxes with heavy steel locks on them.
I like it.
There are also several filing cabinets and a desk in the back. The war clerk goes and sits down at the other side of the desk and begins taking a few papers out of the file cabinet. He pulls out a quill, and he pulls out an inkwell, and he has you just sit down, and he says, "All right. Well, I'm sure that you've already made your decisions on who you'll be training with and gotten the proper permissions to do so." He says, "So, yeah, here we are to finalize this." He says, "So basically, in the contract he reads over with you guys, it just describes the amount of money that will be owed upon completing your training, and says that a up to 50% of each contract can be up to 50% of the pay from each contract can be subtracted to be added to your the total that you owe. So basically saying that they can't take all of your money while you're in the debt
garnish.
process.
What is the total?
The
So we're being
total, okay.
Yeah, we're being garnished.
Yeah. So for each contract, you can see that. I'll just put it out in plainer terms because it'll be easier. So the rogues, it cost 11 GP, 11 gold pieces. For an alchemist, 15 gold pieces. For a ranger, 9 gold pieces, and for the monk, also 9 gold pieces.
And how many silver to gold?
10. So it'd be 90
Got it.
silver. 150 silver for the alchemist, 110 for the rogue.
Got it.
Yeah, most money will be in silver, so that's a really good question.
Yeah.
So yeah, he goes through it, and there's a bunch of legal mumble jumbo, and but it's very plain. You can see that there's not a lot of bells and whistles in this contract. It's very plain. It's saying there's places to fill in your name, so he goes down and has you write your name. Those of you who can write your name, and he writes your name for you and has you do a thumbprint or an initial next to it to say that it's you. Also in the room too is a secondary clerk who's there as a witness to the signing of the contracts. Yeah, so they show you the contracts, and they ask you to sign.
That's
All right. I walk up, chest out, pushed, happy as a fucking clam. I'm ready. I've never.
We're all
felt more
happy
ready for
around
anything.
Clam here.
And I sign my name
What's a clam?
I
and
lean
pledge
over
myself
towards,
to Hobart.
towards Edgar, and I'm like,
Okay.
"Hey, I could pay for all this, man, with our silver bar that we got."
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that's a good. Ask Daigle where it's at.
Daigle, you got the silver bar? We could pay for our class.
Of course I have it. It's in the carriage. It didn't fall off. It didn't
So-
fall off on the way. It's in the carriage.
He says, At the point of signing these contracts, you owe no money until the completion of your training. He says, so these will sign you up for a 3-month period to receive training here at Mises Peak, after which you will be eligible to receive contracts.
Sir, if you don't mind, my man here, Bonecrag would like to pay in front. Bonecrag, where's that silver bar?
You have the silver bar, Daigle. You.
I have the silver bar in the carriage. You
And we don't
didn't
have to
grab
pay
it?
anyway right now.
Yeah, but would you like to pay up front? Didn't you grab the silver? When we went to our suite, our place of, when we went there, you didn't grab your belongings. You didn't grab it from the carriage?
Do a deception check. Okay, now you guys are doing, this is essentially PvP right now that you're doing.
Yeah, a 10 plus 2.
All right, and now roll a wisdom check against that.
Do I hear this stuff too? Because
So Wilton knows you're full of shit. He can sense that you're full of shit about this.
Well, you
Where's-
didn't
where's
grab
my
it with
sil-
you.
Where's my silver bar, Daigle? You son of a bitch.
You didn't. It was in the carriage. You didn't fucking grab it when we went upstairs.
I open.
I take out my dual.
Bar, Daigle.
This is how heads get cut off. This is the starting. It's like a special move.
I put my hand on Wilton's shoulder and I take him aside and I say, "Look, I'm gonna be reading with you, man. I almost fucking died. I had to give up that silver bar just so I didn't fucking die. I'm worth more than that, right? I'm worth more than that, ain't I? I'd
When
pay you
did you
double.
almost die?
I fucking almost died. You know when they took me off? When they said, go ahead and have the tour and we'll take this man to a fucking spa? Well, guess what? The spa was more hot water. It was hotter water than you think. Because they took me. They fucking beat my ass, I'll tell you that. Well, I owe you, man.
How did they
I'm
know about the
repaid it.
silver?
They know about this. They fucking seen us walk in with it. It's not my fault. We're sitting there parading around like we're made of money or something.
You can see that the war clerk Huntoon is just like rubbing his forehead, and he's just like, what the fuck is going on? He's like holding the bridge of his nose and like rolling his eyes. He's just
I say,
I go up to him. I was like, "Sign my name, good sir. I can't write right now because my hand's cramped."
who are you training with?
Aaliyah.
He says, very well. And he takes you and he puts your name down 3 places on the contract and hands it to the clerk. He says, make a copy of this and file it. And the clerk nods his head and he puts it into his leather satchel that he's holding, and he awaits the next several contracts.
We'll put the pen in this conversation, Daigle. I'm gonna go sign some papers.
I say, put Bonecrag's tab on mine. I'll take his tab. It'll
I
be
don't
on
think
my
they're taking-
skin.
They're not. It's free for the first 3 months, right?
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
how they get you.
It's not really
Fucking
free, but
trial-
that's where. Yeah.
Trial version.
Oh! I thought you said it was free for. Oh, never mind.
He says you don't owe anything
trial.
until after the
Tri-
training's
Put
complete.
Oh, okay.
Bonecrag's tab in my hands, and I'll fix it. I'll fix it one way or another.
The war
I'll
clerk
fix it.
says he says this is very unorthodox for one to hold the debt of another here. He says there are several reasons that this would be difficult. He says for one, what if you died but Bonecrag lived? Then both of your tabs would be placed upon him.
And I whispered in his ear, that's the point.
He says, for this reason, I cannot do this. I will not alter these contracts. You can try to
Not
convince
to
me if
manage.
you want.
You're not the man of gambling, aren't you? How about this? I'll bet you a silver bar.
My God.
I don't have it. My financial advisor has it. What's his name? What was that guy's name? Need up?
Oh, Ray. Hold on.
Not Ren. Ren, the other guy.
Yeah, no, Stalgon.
My financial advisor Stolgan has it. He's my bookkeeper. He keeps all of my financial things of sort. You know.
So
Put
do a
both of us-
deception. Go ahead and do a deception check.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
bad.
He says, listen, I do not care about the money here right now. He says, of course it is my job to handle the money once it is owed. He says, but for right now, all we're doing is signing a paper and you're getting right to work. He says, is this something you would still like to do?
I see you in 3 months with that payment. Nice
Very
sign.
well. He says, I'll likely see you sooner when you're checking out your armor and your weapons for training. But, yes.
Cool. I'll see you there.
All right, so you've put down your
My
hand
initial.
John
My hand
cock
cock.
on the.
My hand job cock.
All right, yes, you sign the contract. Repeats the process. Everybody goes through theirs.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All
I guess I
right.
was the first one to sign that.
Huh?
I said
You're
I
the
guess I was
first
the
one to
first
sign
one to sign it, even though I couldn't do it myself.
Word. Okay, so each of you receives. Each of you are told that you will receive like a copy of your contract in the next few days after they're filled out by the clerk, and they say, "All right, well, you can report to your trainers now." He says, yeah, basically tells you, he's like, get ready for training right now. You'll come back here for equipment very soon once your trainers let you know what you need. And with this, we're gonna move into training. Alrighty, folks. So training. So each person, I think we should just go one at a time. Everybody roll a d20, okay? And we're just gonna see. We're gonna go. We're doing initiative for training right now, essentially.
Okay.
All right.
Ooh, that's bad.
Oh shit! I got a 90.
Daigle and John both got
Just kidding.
Oh, I haven't rolled yet.
Oh, okay. That was an
Are we
old
rolling
two.
100?
What the
I
fuck,
got
dude?
I got a 2. I
Yeah.
rolled the 100 one. I was.
Are we rolling a 20?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Hold on. Shit. Yeah. There you go. That's fine. Okay, so it's gonna be first Wilton, then wait, no,
Yeah.
Then Daigle.
then
Yeah.
Daigle. There we go. Sorry.
And then
Me
I think
and John got the same.
I think we
All
gotta
right.
roll again.
Yeah, each of you roll a d20 again. We'll see who's higher. Yes, Edgar, then John. Okay, guys. So the way that this is gonna work is we're gonna build a little training story with you guys, right? So each of you, we're gonna go one at a time, and we're gonna do 3 d20 rolls. And some of those rolls might lead into having to make more rolls as a situation arises during your training. There's good things and bad things that can happen, obviously. So here we are. The training. All right, so starting with Wilton. Go ahead and roll a d20.
One's gonna lose a finger.
Your penis falls off. No, I'm just kidding. So,
I
Again,
did say you can die.
Last
I
chance
did
to
say
get
you can die during this.
so
did say
early
that.
on, and you might die. Okay, so early on in this training, you're on the knife's edge. You're severely challenged by what you're going through with your trainer Cartwright. He has you off, like going in the distance. Like he has you scaling the sides of the mountains to build up endurance. He has you without food, running for hours on end to like just build up your strength, build up your endurance, your tolerance. He has you shooting arrow after arrow. You're severely challenged. Roll another d20. All right.
You really do lose your dick.
Early on, you managed to so you feel so through this severe challenge, you end up having to recuperate for longer than some of the other recruits. You lose one technique.
Damn.
Roll another d20. 15.
Hell yeah.
You're missing home. You start feeling pangs, remembering your father and all those left behind in Gilmore's Keep now. The ashes blowing across the western rangelands. Go ahead and roll a d20 again. Excellent. So you manage to overcome this feeling of desperation and sadness. You lose one of your insanity points. as you have sort of a mental breakthrough.
Not insane anymore.
And roll your final d20. Well, probably.
Nice.
17. You start gambling with the recruits. Roll a
nice.
DC 13. Or, I mean, fuck. Roll a d20. Son of a bitch.
DC 13 is the new DCEU universe.
Oh, you rolled it. Okay, perfect. So yeah, you succeed. You gain 5 silver pieces as you just fucking run through the recruits, making plenty of dough.
Fucking bitches.
You ran
All right,
through
man.
that-
You make it through your training fairly unscathed, slightly richer, a little more headstrong, and with a lot of suffering behind you through the training to become a falconer and a ranger. So you gain. So choose one of the 3 techniques that you picked to lose, essentially. It's Daigle's turn. Roll a
My
d20.
Okay. Oh
What,
shit.
20? Holy shit. You work with so working closely with Patricia, you become a star pupil of hers. You are excellent from the get-go and show incredible promise in mastering your knife skills. You gain an extra skill, not a technique, but an extra skill, which I think there's only one more rogue skill for you to have, so you get that skill.
Oh, so I pretty much should just have it all.
Yep. So the material cost of your training are dropped by 2 gold pieces.
Are we supposed to be writing down our gold pieces of how much we owe?
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Okay.
have a debt section. Just write down your debt.
What was mine? 18? Or was it
Yours was 15.
15. Okay.
Yours was 15. Wilton and John's are 9, and then I believe it was 11 for
Yeah,
for,
I'm pretty sure. So it's 9 for me now.
yeah. So now it's 9 for you as well.
Okay.
And also you don't have to roll again if you don't want to.
Oh shit! I'll stick with the 20.
Damn.
Okay. Sweet. Yeah, so you make it through training. It's a fucking breeze, man. You take to knife work wonderfully. And yeah, you just feel competent by the end of this. You get to keep all of the techniques that you'd chosen before the training. And you actually form a better relationship with Patricia, who respects your skills.
Nice. That's dope.
All right. Next
have a
is
feeling that-
Edgar.
Yep, and I'm gonna rage quit. No, I'm just kidding. Fuck me
Roll a
sideways. 17. Oh, thank God.
Oh, that's good.
You join the table
Good.
early on. You join the tables with Wilton, gambling with the other recruits. Go ahead and roll a d20.
Oof.
Oh boy, you lose half of whatever money you have.
I had 18 silvers, and now I have 9. Oh, that's lovely.
All right.
Oh, fuck me
Yep.
sideways.
So early on, as you're trying to like get through this training, it's obviously quite difficult. It's strenuous mentally. You're spending a lot of times like learning how to read, and just the frustration of going through these words is like making it terrible. You try turning to gambling as a bit of a vice, but you find that it doesn't actually hit the spot, and you lose a lot of money trying to do it. As you see Wilton actually reaping the benefits of some of your loss.
Bitch, Wilton.
But along the way you have learned how to read. And go ahead and roll another d20.
Fuck me sideways. Oof.
Was that a 4?
Yeah, it's a 4. Nah, forget
Well, don't worry
it.
about it. These are completely random, dude. So like low numbers don't mean awesome. Don't mean bad. So either way, this one, number 4. So your dedication shows. The cost of training is dropped by 1 gold piece. And you are awarded, I guess in your case, you're awarded a piece of alchemical equipment, probably a decanter by your captain, Aaliyah.
So I just put that in my thing? Decanter?
Yeah, decanter. Or, wait, what is it called? Sorry, a distiller.
Ooh.
All right, yeah. So yeah, through all the frustration, through the gambling, you do manage to have a bit of a breakthrough. And around the midway point at a month and a half, Your reading has gotten to the point where you're able to read some of the minor alchemical texts and recipes, which gives you an amount of freedom in being able to train by yourself without having Aaliyah to like read you through everything that you're doing. And the dedication is noticed by her.
Sweet.
Roll a
So
D.
can I go?
Roll a,
I'm going. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
oh, sorry.
Yeah.
No, say what you say.
I was gonna say I'm going full mad scientist.
Yeah, fuck yeah,
That's
dude.
gonna be dope.
That's
That's gonna be
what
so
I'm trying
dope.
to do. Yeah, that's why I'm just
I'm
laughing
pretty
at
juiced.
myself doing
I'm
it.
pretty juiced if you do that, dude.
That's
So
what I'm
dope.
going full on mad scientist.
An 8. Let's see what we got here. Breakdown or breakthrough? Roll a DC 12. Oh, fuck.
quite
Roll a D20. God damn it, dude.
The Rick Sanchez.
I'm
my
literally
ass.
just reading
Fuck.
exact. Oh, no.
That was a fucking on the prep.
So towards the end of your end of your training, she allows you to do a little bit of work and helping her to examine the corpse that's being kept in the dungeon, explaining some of the alchemical principles surrounding its strange constitution. You end up having a bit of a breakdown here, where you gain an insanity point.
That puts me at 3. That
puts you at
actually kind of
3.
works. Yeah.
Welcome to college, motherfucker.
That kind of actually fits with what I'm going through here.
Learning. It's like, your homework's due.
Hold
Your
on,
finals
one
are
second.
due. Your finals are due, motherfucker.
Algebraic.
Go insane.
I'm going insane because I'm sticking my hands back in that fucking thing's eyeball sockets again.
Why do I keep doing this? Okay,
It's so weird, but it feels good.
roll 1d6, Edgar.
4.
Okay, 3, 4. Okay, so you go into a fit of uncontrollable shivering for 6 days.
Holy shit.
Yo, bitch.
And during this time, Aaliyah helps you through it, and she's unable to console you with comfort and with help and with guidance from others that are like also training under her. And this is where you form your chemical fixation. As the
Sex is
only
off
way.
the table.
The only way to stop you from these shivering fits is to give you a range of drugs that you seem to find a taste
Oh
for.
shit.
So now I'm a tweaker now.
No, you're like your aunt.
Yeah.
You're like your aunt.
You like your amp. You're not a big tweaker, but the thing is that you do have a chemical fascination right now,
That's
as is
fucking
part of your
dope.
class.
Yeah. That's cool.
Do I have to
Alrighty,
write
so,
that down? Are we writing that stuff down or not?
So that's already a part of your class features.
Oh, okay.
You could be like Dr. House.
Yeah, because the part of your class that is affected by this is just called chemical relief, which you already have. It's the only way for you to relieve insanity points is through using drugs.
That's
Oh,
fucking
okay.
dope. That's so fucking dope. That's
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm
fun.
gonna be doing.
That's what I'm gonna be doing.
so
Dope.
fun.
I'm
And
doing
last-
an abstract of whatever. I don't understand that. Speak to me like I'm stupid. It's meth.
It's fantasy meth.
It's
So-
the purple stuff. Oh wait, it's blue in Breaking Bad. That's what I meant.
Mike, he's the one that knocks.
So the very last here we have
am a knock.
training with our man Hobart. Directly under him is our man John, used to be Gilmore.
Yeah, now he's just John Gilly.
Let's do our first roll here. D20, please.
John Morgill.
5. You become ill. Early on during your training, the physical stress and also the, might I say, medical procedures of becoming a scarred monk, as your body is routinely cut open, bled, and then allowed to re-heal as alchemical regions provided by Aaliyah are given to Hobart to put upon your wounds.
Naturally.
You become ill. Roll a constitution check.
20.
Yeah, D20 plus your constitution modifier.
My constitution plus 0.
Plus 0. All right, you lose.
Can I
You
just-
lose. So you become very sick, and you actually miss some of your training, causing you to lose one technique.
Okay.
All right, but yeah, you overcome it after some time. You lose about 2 weeks of training, and you manage to come right back at it and roll a d20.
Come the fuck on.
Oh God. All right. You managed to break. So during the process, you accidentally break a couple bottles of what were apparently very expensive chemical reagents that were going to be placed on you, and we're gonna add 3 gold to your cost of training.
So now 12.
Now 12. All right, roll a d20.
You're still.
Dude, I
you're
swear
still
to God.
working.
Come the fuck on.
Oh fuck.
Oh, dude.
Okay.
Jesus.
So you become severely injured towards the end of your training. You permanently lose 2 HP.
Holy
Ooh.
fuck shit.
Yeah.
This can take a form of however you would like to describe it. Like, what kind of injury? I would say don't cripple yourself, because if you cripple yourself, it's going to be permanent. If you say like I fuck up my ankle or something, like don't say that. So, you can have a scar.
I imagine I take a deep cut that got infected and then I eventually overcame it, but
You say your left arm is disabled.
But I
or
was-
your left wrist.
I'm not disabling any fucking limbs.
Just had
Yeah.
your dick.
I was susceptible to an infection, which I eventually got over, but it did me in bad.
I'd do a description of a massive scar or some shit that would look cool. I don't know. That'd be cool.
Yeah, where are you
Like a
wounded?
cool X across your chest or something dope. I don't know. That's up to
So
you. I was just saying.
he's gonna be dope. He's just gonna be dope in a wheelchair.
I don't know. It is
I could-
scarification, so they're fucking scarring shit up. It'd probably be on probably like a long scar running up my right arm, like a going. All
You
the
could
way
do
up.
it where your left hand is paralyzed, but you still have full control of your wrist, and you could just
No.
slap somebody.
He's trying. He's trying to avoid any.
I fucking knew with how good everybody else's
Crippling.
rolls were that I was like, mine's gonna fucking suck.
That RNG.
So by the time that you get to the end of your training, you've already been severely ill, you've been severely injured, and you've broken some expensive equipment. And you can tell that Hobart looks on you now, wondering if you were meant to become a scarred monk, wondering if you were truly worth the training. You can tell that he looks upon you with scrutiny now, but he doesn't dislike you. He's just not sure if you're essentially worthy.
I gotta say that must hurt more than the scars.
Oh,
It does. I think it
fucked
does.
He cut me
It
real deep.
does.
Cut me real deep, Hobart. Cut me real deep just now. As deep
Yep.
as you went into your partner last night, that's how deep you cut me.
yep.
Do I
and
have
this
another
is
2
roll? I
inches.
mean, I've been rolling bad.
2
No.
inches.
I'm
you
just
say,
gonna
wait,
say,
you say you want to do another roll?
I said, do I have one?
No, you don't. That was your
Inspiration?
third. No, that was your third roll. That's all.
So I lost one fucking thing.
Yeah, you
Well,
lost
do
one
you-
technique and 2 permanent HP.
Do you
I
have
lost
any
a technique
inspiration?
Too, Mike.
wait,
What?
I said I lost a technique too.
John,
Mr.
do you have any
Daddy.
inspiration or no?
were my
I
sanity?
think I actually might have one inspiration.
Well, your inspiration is not something that like sits around forever. It's like if you get
Oh, so it's
inspiration, you
gone.
kind of have to use it like that day or that week, you know? Okay. So yeah, so you guys go through a rigorous 3-month training process with Wilton coming out as a full-fledged ranger with a pet bird. What kind of bird do you have, Wilton? They have ravens. They have ravens, peregrine falcons, kestrels, and what is the other one? Red-tailed hawk.
Ostriches.
Oh my god, kiwi.
resting on his arm.
Dude, you should go with peregrine. Those things are fucking fast as hell.
I was gonna say, yeah, I have no idea what any of these birds
I'm thinking
are.
of
Peregrines
ostrich,
are
battle
one of the
bird.
fastest birds in the wild. I know that.
but I'll go with the one that Mike said.
Okay, so you get a small peregrine falcon. Yeah, these birds, like he said, these birds are exceptionally fast, and this one trusts you completely. It'll go with you everywhere. Along with it, you get a leather like bird glove, which is like so it can perch on you without cutting your flesh because of how sharp its beak and its claws are. And you also receive a thing that can like hold its eyes and or what is that called? A mask, basically, so you can blind your bird to calm it. And yeah,
Sexy.
all right. And at the end of this, Edgar comes out, and you have you're able to read. You have some alchemical knowledge. You've learned about mixing basic potions. So I will give you some considered non-magical potions, but I will show you. I'll give you a list of those. Let's just say for now that you can definitely make a healing poultice, and you can make what is it? Not sulfuric, but phosphoric acid.
So these are skills they have to be able to make. Do I write that down?
This is just gonna be a little alchemical cookbook that comes with
Oh,
your
okay.
class. So I'll give you that later. Muriatic acid's pretty strong. Phosphoric acid's like the weakest. It's like stomach acid, but
I was
you
saying,
can
I
still
know.
hurt people with it.
Yeah.
Because it's
Better bring some
concentrated. It'll be more
Tums.
concentrated. Okay, so yeah, so you arrive from that, and you've become like decent friends with Aaliyah too. You know, she's helped you through some hard times during this process. Yeah, Daigle is Patricia's star pupil, brand new knife master, and he's
Sasuke.
walking around campus with a little bit of swagger now.
That loud mouth and that loud swag.
How you
your
doing
poor
over
friend-
there? You fucking shooting straight, bone crack? No, you're not. Of course, you're fucking not. How you
poor
doing
friend-
over there?
John Gilmore has come out of this a little worse for wear. You can see that like he's often wearing clothes to cover up the hideous scars which now cover his body. But you can see that his frame has gotten a lot tauter. He looks much stronger and more fit than when you guys first met him as a butcher back in Gilmore's Keep.
Can I go over to Gilmore? John, are you hanging around, man? You're wearing what you're doing on your sleeve, and I can see it. I can see the scars literally on your sleeve. How you doing, man?
I could be better.
Better. You sound like you need a drink. I don't know, but would you like one?
I'll pass on that for now.
Hey, if anything ever goes sour, you have me.
I
For
yell
what it's
over.
worth.
It's like, Daigle, is he okay?
Shut the fuck up, Edgar! How many
Did you
times do I
offer-
have to tell your ass?
Did you
Jesus,
offer him
I'm
a
fucking...
Did you offer him a drink?
Of course I did. I did exactly what you told me to do, but I'm not gonna say that. But I just did. You fucking asshole.
All right, fuck. I love you. And I just walk away.
I tell him I love him too, but I'm trying to be.
I mean, it kind
I'm
of
trying to
fits
get
that
laid
my
right there.
character going through scarification is the worst for wear.
It's almost
Yeah.
I want you to
poetic.
know, John. I want you
Getting
to
scarred
know.
up like
You're
all
the.
those pig corpses over the years you've scarred.
With that being said, you're the toughest son of a bitch I've ever met in my whole life, and for how passive you are, you're an animal. And I know you're used to butchering them, but you're an animal. I've seen you on the field, and I've seen what you can do to a man. You're the butcher.
I can do much more now.
Keep at it. Don't give up.
Wasn't planning to.
I walk
So,
away.
yeah, each of you feels definitely much more confident in your skills. And after today's session, I'll go ahead and send you some things about like your new classes because basically all of you guys will get kind of like a toolkit that comes with your classes.
Okay.
Dope.
I
Do
have
you
a
want
question
our
about the.
attributes right now?
Huh?
Do you want to know our attributes instead what we chose?
I volunteer as tribute.
Yeah, let's
Okay,
actually let's go through it. Oh, what were you saying, Edgar?
Oh no. I was just
He's
making
making
Hunger Games
a
reference.
game. Yeah, he's making the joke.
I was just
Oh,
saying I
okay.
have volunteers tribute, but I was also joking, saying I'll go first,
Okay.
if you'd like.
Yeah. So let's go through and talk about which techniques we got, and I'll just make sure that none of the techniques are like doubled. Essentially, ones that you would already have gotten for free.
Should we go in
Okay.
order of the training montage?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do that. Wilton, let's go. We're gonna talk about Wilton Bonecrag's techniques. Just so the listeners can know, like, basically all the players right now have just gotten their first fucking level of their first class. Wilton Bonecrag has become a falconer through 3 months of rigorous training under the careful eye of the ranger and captain Cartwright. So he's going to tell us now these techniques that he has mastered.
All right, so obviously I
Crag.
chose animal handle for the falconer, and then the knowledge of nature.
Those are your skills, yeah.
Yes, and then we need the techniques, right?
Yeah.
So I had -1. So I'm gonna do. Well, does my bird come with one automatically? You said.
Yeah, he automatically comes with one out of messenger, scout, hunt, or distract. Or I mean, messenger or hunt, sorry. He just gets one of those two.
Should have picked
All
an
right.
emu.
So I'm gonna have him. I'm gonna have him for messenger.
Okay, so his bird has the ability to transport messages to people that he knows to recognize.
That's awesome. That's really awesome, by the way. That's gonna be very useful.
Hey, also,
And
Will,
then,
what's your bird's name?
I don't know. I was trying to think of one, so I don't.
Polly.
He can introduce his bird next session. You have plenty of time to
Should
think
name
about
it Dale
Okay.
after your pocket sand.
That'd be hella funny.
Dale Griffin.
That'd be hell
It is.
funny. Too.
There it is.
Dale Griffin.
Oh,
Oh,
Dale
he won't
Cooper.
have a feather that's
Okay, so then my techniques that I chose scout for the bird, and then alertness for myself.
Okay, sweet. So alertness gives him a higher perception bonus, and also gives you a bonus AC against sneak attacks. And then yeah, okay. So you chose also scout for your bird.
Yeah.
Awesome, dude. That sounds great. And then also coming with his class, he gets endurance, which gives him, it makes him more durable against the elements. That's just a ranger technique, and then he also has improved tracking, which will help him like find people in the wilderness and animals.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Now we'll go to Daigle.
And so obviously Rogue, and then I think I chose because I already have Deception, unless that changes. But I'm choosing Rogue, Stealth, Perception, and Sleight of Hand. Unless I lose my Deception, then I'll trade out for Sleight of Hand.
Yeah, I think because you became a star pupil, you got an additional skill, which means that you have access to all 5 of the rogue skills.
Oh shoot! So I get them all then?
Yeah.
Because I'm only really missing one, which is Acrobatics. But
You already started with 1, already had deception, then you got to choose 3, and then you got a
Nice.
bonus from training. So you got all 5,
Oh,
which
shit.
is insane. That's kind of a crazy turnout, really, but awesome.
Yes. Well, thank you, my man. I don't think I'm going to be too. I'm not going to be like an acrobatic person. I'm going to be pretty. Like deception is going to be my main thing, and then I have choosing my 3 proficiencies is going to be tumbling trick, knife mastery, and then improved reflex.
You went from the biggest
that was-
mouth to the biggest player.
And that's like the toughest decision because there's so many good things there, and it's fucking so hard because it's like so many good things, and I want to be viable in combat, and you know,
Here,
I'll
hold
just.
on a second. So you chose what? What 3?
Oh, sorry. Tumbling trick, knife mastery, and improved reflex.
Knife mastery or knife artistry?
Yes. Sorry.
Okay, so you already get improved reflex and knife artistry for free.
Oh, already? So I didn't know that it's like something. I didn't know if it was the mastery of it. So if it was regular proficiency, as you get
Let me
a
just make
bonus to it.
sure. I'll go and make sure
Okay.
just in case, because I want to make sure I don't like cause a problem.
Oh yeah. I wasn't sure if I was proficient versus mastery,
Hey,
and that's what I was kind of confused on.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I changed some of the names when I was making the boxes. So that's why it's supposed to be knife
Okay.
artistry, but it's knife mastery. I see.
Okay. And then so if it's proficiency, I'll take proficiency over just learning, being able to wield it. And so if I'm not sure how you want to rule it, my man, but if mastery is a proficiency, I'll use that rather than being able to wield the knife.
You automatically get knife mastery. So
Perfect. So
here's the situation: you get improved reflex, and you get knife
automatically.
mastery just automatically for getting the knife
Okay.
master specialty.
So I can
So now,
choose two other then.
yeah, you need to choose 2 new ones.
Okay, which is good. There's so much good shit. It's such a
Yep,
hard decision because I'm like, dude. Okay, shit. It won't take me long because I kind of ran through it
that's
a
okay.
little bit.
Do you want to go to
If I
John
have
first,
that,
maybe?
yeah, just go to John. I'll decide. I'll
okay.
decide.
Yeah, we
So
can we can come back to you, Matt, to Daigle, and then we'll just basically start yours over.
Okay,
for
cool.
for skills, I was gonna choose deception and athletics.
Sick.
There's +2 to both of those.
No, I'll get to that later. Don't worry about it now.
Okay, and then as far as attributes, I was gonna go death throws and toughness.
Okay, so you already get toughness, so you get to
Okay.
choose a different one.
Yes.
You
Then
automatically get your class. You automatically get scars of durability, and you get toughness. And now you get to choose. Oh, so you did death
Death throw.
yeah,
death
definitely death
throws.
throws. The scars of durability. What was the other one that I had? Oh, spinal scars. Or
Excellent.
yeah, that is the name of it, right? Because I didn't look it up. I just remembered that was the third one I
Yeah,
had before.
spinal scarring. In alchemically infused scars upon your upper spine better align your mind with your body. You can add your intelligence bonus to attack rolls
That's
instead of
pretty fucking
dexterity.
dope.
You can
I
That's
also
got
add
pretty
your
I got
insane.
what
intelligence
I
bonus.
wanted, even though I had to delete one.
Yes. Yeah, it lets
So
you use
that's nice.
intelligence instead of your dex, which is like really good if you're smarter than you are fast.
Yeah.
Which I definitely am.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
All
my
right,
intelligence is a
sweet.
15. My dex is 7.
Oh
Yeah.
Jesus.
Like that was one of the ones I was like, oh yeah, I gotta get that. And then when you fucking did a dive to my constitution, I was like, I guess I'm keeping toughness.
Oh yeah, and I have to make a minor edit to death throws because it says if your HP is reduced to a negative amount equal to your constitution, but it's gonna have to be equal to half your constitution. Otherwise, it's gonna be way too much.
So it would be
Yeah.
like, oh, so it's the total not the plus.
So you you can
Okay,
go
so
into
it'd be
negative.
like it'd be 5 or 6 since I have 11 constitution.
Okay, yeah. So we'll just
Um,
we'll round up, so it'll be 6.
Okay, cool, got it. I thought it
pretty
was
Yeah.
dope.
something else, but I'm good with that. That's awesome.
You
Yeah. So it's a
basically become a martial art zombie. You've trained
yeah.
so hard. There's like,
So
like
I thought I was gonna come out fucking terrible with my shitty ass rolls.
that's
I'm
so
happy. I'm
cool.
happy. Um,
Yeah, not too bad because like so you got the permanent -2 XP, but because the class comes with toughness, you also gain a +2 permanent XP, which
plus a
means that
+1 for
just
every
cancels it
level.
out. So
Yeah.
yeah, you get a net gain of just a bonus 1 HP rather than getting a bonus 3 HP at level 1.
I actually have 5 now instead of
Oh
4.
shoot.
Nice. Yeah, and everybody's also like so for just leveling up to level 1, we're also going to everybody gets a hit die.
Oh shit.
Which I guess we can all roll that tonight just to get your new max HPs if you guys want to do that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I haven't had a turn yet. I was just making sure you knew.
You're right though. So let's get on to fucking Edgar Nullum, the volatile mixologist.
Hell yeah, brother. Um, So the things I chose was chemical mutation, uh, interest softener, and poison blood.
Intellect softener. Oh wait, so the chemical mutation is the poison blood.
Oh,
or did you-
it's the same. Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
so you can choose a chemical mutation. Like as you level up, you can choose up to 3 of them, and right now you only get to choose one. And each additional one that you get is gonna basically have to perform like an alchemical procedure on yourself that costs 5 gold pieces in order to like receive a new mutation. But
Okay.
the first one is free because essentially what happened is during your training with Aaliyah, like through the process of using all these chemicals or whatever, you happen to like get contaminated, which causes you to have poisonous blood.
Okay. So I can use.
And you
so,
should-
So I'll get poison blood then.
Yeah, and I'll
I
give
feel
you
like you
more
should-
information about the poison later.
Okay.
I was gonna say, and you should tell us about
So-
it. That way we know.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like we could use you essentially as a tool. But yeah, I've rearranged my stuff. There's a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff. So, Nate, I think I'm
well-
gonna go with
Wait, I
Hold
didn't
on
get
one
the.
second. We're still
Oh,
on
go
air.
ahead.
So chemical mutation would be the poison blood then, and then well, I picked the interest softener, but
Sure.
okay, and then see now I need a third one here. Hold on,
Yeah, you do.
I can do this really fast.
There's a lot of really good ones, man. So yeah, just
It's a whole one. It's a whole not life for us. It's a whole not life for us. Fucking come on, it's on here. Oh yeah, see, I don't know why, because I was at work when I was reading these.
that's okay. I wrote it a little confusing, so I take responsibility for that.
Now,
Well, you had poison blood in the bracket under chemical mutation, but for some fucking god awful reason, I didn't fucking yeah.
I
You
might
said acid
recommend.
focus. Is acid focus already a part of my thing?
Yeah, you already have acid focus.
Okay, so
I would recommend something like either potion expansion or steady hand. Transmutation's also cool if you want to fuck with that kind of thing, but that's like a different side of alchemy, you know.
yeah, yeah, wait, sorry. Steady
Yeah, so
hand.
steady hand is probably your best option, really.
Yeah, because my dexterity is shit. Yeah, so I'll do steady hand. Steady hand and okay, so chemical mutation, interest, intellect softener. Did I say interest? My L's look like R's right now.
It's an intellect softener.
Yeah, chemical mutation, intellect softener, and steady hand.
Okay, sweet, dude. Yeah, just take those notes down for those abilities. So basically, what Joe has here so the intellect softener, he gets the ability to use like certain metal alloys and herbal extracts to soften the minds of enemies to force them to answer questions or follow suggestions.
Wonder
Just
Woman.
just at level 1, you gain Truth Serum 1, which gives an enemy disadvantage on withholding any information that isn't their deepest secrets. So like you still can't get them to divulge their deepest secrets, but it helps to get information out of them. And then steady hand, basically it lets him use like his intelligence instead of dexterity only for thrown alchemical weapons because he has a steady hand from working with all the dangerous substances. All right, sick.
Oh, I was just gonna say. So with that, so with the fucking god damn it, I can't think.
Check out the
So
bottle.
you said the thing about the truth serum thing. Was I supposed to write that down under like abilities
smell
to
like
know? I
cat
don't
shit.
really know where to write it.
Yeah, so I mean, what I would do is like, so I'm just gonna basically, I still need to give you your alchemical cookbook, so I'm just gonna
okay.
add the intellect softener as a recipe in there, and you can just get it from there.
Okay, so I guess yeah, I'll just wait until you give us all that.
Yeah, I have to give handouts to everybody after this week. It's gonna be a little wild, but we'll get it figured out.
Okay, and for the level thing, what's experience back to 0 and we're level 1?
Yes.
Or is it okay?
Basically, there was an opportunity to reach level 1 before training, and the way I was going to do it is that, like, if you had level 1 before you received training, then I would give you a boost of experience towards the next level. But since nobody finished all the way to level 1, we're just going to start at 0 and go forward.
Alright. You did give us options for quests, and then we raised the dead instead. So I mean, that was like
I actually, yeah, you guys actually had the opportunity. That was going to be some shit to push you to the next level, probably.
yeah. And instead, we decided to raise the dead the day before we were gonna do these quests.
We decide the weird stuff,
You guys are
but that's the
hilarious.
fun in DD. That's the fun in DD.
So Daigle, let's do Daigle's techniques because he had to rework some of them. Do you have those finished?
Oh yeah. So.
Oh no.
And then let me go to the technique. So I chose
Shunned.
tumbling trick as one of them. Hidden blade because I think that's gonna be fun, and then get to the point. I think is my other one.
Adept
Yeah,
at fighting
gets the-
armored foes.
Yeah, and so that way I'm there, and I'm eventually maybe if I can get to more like dialogue stuff, but it's kind of fun when I fail. Dialogue stuff, it makes it a lot of fun because I'm like, oh dang, I think on my feet. I'm like, oh, wasn't as good as I thought, and so it's fun. So I do definitely want to do more dialogue stuff later, but it's okay to fail because it makes it fun. Just for my character, it's like but definitely what I got these facing armor foes gonna be pretty important. Hopefully it doesn't get crazy important. We don't have to fight a militia, but taking out a guard at a keep might be nice, and then the tumbling is pretty fucking dope. Get to the point.
Yeah, the tumbling trick is really cool.
Yeah, that's like actually really good. It was a tough decision with all the other stuff, but I think I'm choosing what I believe might be beneficial for at least our group. But yeah, that's kind of where I stand with those guys. Sorry, I have my cat in my hand. He's a sweet boy.
Very tight, dude. And let's go to. We already did Wilton. Yeah, we did.
Sweet boy.
Well, sick, dude. We've got everybody's techniques done then, and fucking training is over. I'm happy to see how it turned out. Nobody got fucked up too bad. Even
Yeah, no one died. No one died.
No one died,
What's
and John got 3 bad rolls, but still didn't lose that much. He could have lost up to 2 techniques, which really sucks.
Oh shit.